Hey, welcome back to Old Man Rising's channel. Today we got something just a little bit different for you. Here we have a video from the developers of Gray Zone Warfare. And they're talking about their latest patch that has dropped, their upcoming patch, some fixes, some of the issues that they know about that, people using contrast to pair into the shadows and kind of what's coming and what they were expecting and what they were trying to do. And I think it's worthwhile for us to check out, see what they have to say, and get our real world take on it, because I'd like to see their point of view versus a new player that's played it for a week's point of view, and see where it may diverge and see where they may be tackling something important or not important. So let's just sit here and listen to them a bit and get their take, and let's see where the state of the game is. It's not lost on me that Community First is up here and them just doing a reach out. It's my understanding that this entire 0.3 patch is the result of a year's worth of listening to the community, and they made big strides. There's still a little ways to go, in my opinion, but let's just hear them out and see what they got to say.
Access 2025. My name is Jakub. I'm the community manager here. I'm joined by Jacek, our lovely QA lead. And things have been crazy, guys. As you can notice, this is not our standard studio. We are sitting in Brno at the Expo Center. We have just had an amazing day, interacting with you guys, with the community, hosting the event as well, because we're the general partner of Game Access. But I know that what you guys are interested in is Gray Zone Warfare news, right?
Absolutely, yes. Gray Zone Warfare.
Right, but we have some news, fortunately.
We do have some news, yes.
We have some news.
Maybe still, because this is going to be a little bit shorter stream, a bit
the jacket he's got on
news about like the Game Access itself. Like this is a wonderful conference in Czech Republic in Brno, where
from Czech Republic. I actually wasn't even aware of that.
A bunch of really cool devs and people from the industry.
Yes.
With the community as well. We do have a couple of really nice guests from the community, so look forward to that as well.
Yeah, but if you notice us looking around, that's because we are live in our booth,
and people are
just walking around.
Yeah,
and it's just
I like this live
vibe. What's also super cool is that
minimalistic.
I don't know if we can show it, probably not. Like there is a line of computers.
Got a little 3D camel thrown over the couch. Nice little touch.
As we speak, and they seem to be having a lot of fun. So it was really cool to collect feedback live as well. There were some very interesting speakers like Louis Castle, the father of Command and Conquer series, for example. Like I got to shake his hand, which was a pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, because it's a big deal, because Kuba is hosting as a main host here. So congratulations, great job.
Thank you. But also something really cool. Alexei Sityanov, he's the creator of the original Stalker game. He is going to visit us tomorrow, so maybe we're going to record something with him as well. But
hey, don't just record, get some tips from him.
We said that, hey, Gray Zone Warfare might actually be kind of inspired by Stalker and like the roadside picnics things. And he's like, there's not enough supernatural stuff.
We will see, maybe in Ground Zero,
Well, I mean, like
maybe in Ground Zero, that's down the road, man.
To be something, but right now, all the supernatural stuff are bugs, not features. So. There's that.
Bugs, not features.
So, guys, Gray Zone Warfare.
That's being self-aware.
We need to get things out of the way. So, recent events. We have released the update 0.3.
0.1.1.
It's kind of special because we didn't actually release the 3.0, but we released 3.0.1. We released a hotfix already because, we tried to be efficient, and have you play the best possible version of the game. This is actually the result of the streamer preview.
And it was actually a great success of our company.
Okay, so the hotfix we actually got was a result of a streamer preview. All right.
Check and have both candidates checked by the streamer, so you guys.
Now you gotta be careful because some guys really know what they're doing in pros, and you can really lock out the casual by catering to the pros.
A couple of hotfixes right after. So there was a hotfix 0.3.0.2 and hotfix 0.3.0.3 immediately after the release, a couple of days.
Yes, those mostly were about the crashes and server stability. So most of the
for shader cache.
we expected the game to
some
be
game
the
stability.
launch to be successful.
Yeah.
But we never expected it to be
Flawless.
flawless and such.
Now, I will tell you that I have a pretty strong machine. I have a 9800 X3D, which is water cooled, overclocked, like a couple hundred megahertz, and I also boost it and raise the thermal throttling limit, and all the things that you do to make it run a little better, a little quicker. And DDR5 6200 memory, which is slightly overclocked memory and dual channel, and a NVIDIA 5080. That memory's 2x32, so 64 gigabytes, and I have a 5080 OC. Curiously enough, I do, when I'm streaming with it at 4K max, all epic settings, I got plenty of horsepower to run it. It's a beautiful looking game, especially during the daytime. And twilight, twilight and dawn is the best times. But I was having trouble streaming, and I finally figured out I was actually running out of VRAM. So I've moved everything back to a straight 1440p. And where I'm not relying any on frame generation. At least I turned it off, and that gives me I'm still using about 14.5 to 15 gigabytes during a fairly long stream session. But I'm not having much pop in or anything like that. But this game it's Unreal Engine 5, but it has moments where it's gorgeous, but it pushes my system. My system runs it just fine. But one thing that I wish they had done that they didn't do is I wish that they had, instead of including 310.1.1 for the DLSS, which is the CN model, they had went ahead, since they included DLSS 4, and used 310.2.1, which is a transformer model for that and frame generation. Now, I forced that, moving DLLs and stuff, and it looks better and it runs better. On a 50 series card, there's no performance hit. In fact, I've noticed that I get 10-12% increase while I get a big jump in image quality. So I'm sure there's some caching and VRAM optimization still left to do, because even Space Marines 2 with the 4K texture pack doesn't fill up my VRAM buffer and stutter. This game does. That's not a criticism, but there must still need to be quite a bit of optimization. Do love the way it looks at certain times, at certain lights, though. So, back to them.
Hyped event that we had over 20,000 CCUs.
Yeah.
In week, basically all week.
Thank you guys for enjoying the game. We love to see it.
Amazing,
It seems like
and
you
thank
guys
you
are
for
having
the
fun.
feedback.
Yeah,
we're welcome.
So, okay, one really important thing is that patch 0.3.1.0 came shortly after, and this was a direct response to your guys' feedback, because what we heard from you guys is that some of the things are maybe not as user-friendly as they could be, This is
I noticed that the UI is pretty clunky to me.
Conversation about realism,
I'm working through it.
authenticity versus fun, and
playability,
playability, yeah. And so we did tweak the night vision goggles to be a little bit more user-friendly.
This is a hot
see much
topic,
more
hot
in
night vision
very
cover.
dark places,
Yeah.
But still, there's one issue that remains, and that is the contrast slider and people abusing the crap out of it.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately,
I've used it just a little bit. It's not PvP, but my God, if you didn't got a flashlight, you're hosed, and it's dark all the time.
So we cannot blame you for it. So enter patch 0.
I would never do it in the PvP situation to gain an advantage on a human opponent.
And we are going to actually...
I move it a little bit, not as much as I see other people, but just so I can see just a hair.
Yes.
So
with a basic
it would be
loadout.
less available for player to abuse the system and make the night the day.
Exactly. So
Because personally, I don't want to.
Really important
I want to enjoy the graphics. I don't want it to look like crap. So I'm not going to I'm not going to make anything look like crap to get a competitive advantage.
This is the first step to actually solve this thing. So in this patch, that you will actually be able to help us test very soon. I'm going to talk about it.
Okay, so there's going to be a test patch coming up.
It only addresses the issue partially, So look forward to more
Well,
improvements.
other
and updates
games
over
have
time.
ways of
We're really
tackling,
excited about that, and it should mitigate
using that contrast.
most of the issues, with the, unfair settings and
We try to make the-
usability.
yeah.
But it is work in progress. But so far, I can say it looks amazing and should mitigate most of the issues.
Don't oversell it. Like
I will
people
not
are going to
That's-
understand, but
complain.
I'm really excited.
That's interesting.
about
That's
that. It
coming
looks
right up
really
in a
cool.
patch,
Like,
so
we were
that'll
testing
change
it
how
this
everybody's
week,
playing
and
right
it's
there.
Just amazing.
Well, in combination with the improved night vision goggles, I can definitely promise that when you are going to
Improved
be
night
encouraged
vision
to use
goggles.
them
Good
more,
job.
and you're going to have much more enjoyable experience. So there's that.
Yes.
But that's not the only thing that is coming in this patch. In this patch also introduces
All right,
a
what
couple
else
of,
we get?
bug fixes as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk about
So basically, we heard you guys that in 3.1 we tried to fix some issues with scopes and with reticles. Unfortunately, it still is happening for some specific setting and specific scopes. So we were able to basically try to fix that. We added a new logic with scopes that you can change your reticles to be different colors. So you will have possibility
Like that,
to
like that.
change the color from black to, I think, I don't want to lie, but I think it's blue, orange, and red.
Uh-huh.
But with that saying, you cannot change the brightness of the reticle itself. So there might still be some issues with that.
So just your crosshairs.
When you have time to test it, just let us know. We'll try to, fix
That
it
makes
as
more
soon as
difference than you
possible.
imagine.
And
I've done a
speaking
lot
of
of hunting in
testing,
low light
This is the big announcement.
with adjustable
You will
crosshairs.
be able to help us test this patch next week
Yes,
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
We're going to be launching the experimental on Tuesday. So if you want to help us test, join our Discord, check out our Discord. We're going to be announcing everything there.
So that was
we have a
live
bunch of,
today.
already
Probably should
existing
check that
testers
out.
who we really want to participate because they have been a massive help. And we also want to give back something to you guys that,
With that saying, also,
may sign up
in
for that.
3.2, we
If you
still
catch it,
have,
y'all should too.
we're still investigating the VRAM and RAM leak. So if you have issues
VRAM
with that,
RAM leak.
please
I knew
join
it.
us as well.
I knew
and
it.
let
That's
us know if you
exactly what
still
was
have
happening to
issue
me.
with
It took me a little while to
because
figure it
we are
out.
further and further optimizing the game.
But I
It's
just
not
dropped it to
still, again,
1440p
final
max
solution,
settings.
but it might solve
I'm
your
only
problem.
streaming in 4K anyway. I mean 2K.
And if
So
everything goes
you don't see a
well,
difference.
And this is I don't want to overpromise.
Honestly, I
but
can't
if
see a difference.
The experimental goes
Or
well.
very little.
We are shooting for Thursday release, but
Yes.
But
But this is dependent on your feedback and
So-
everything that we wanted to fix.
If they're
is
not
fixed.
trying to
Yes.
put too much in the
Without
next
regression,
patch,
yes.
then we could expect a new patch
that's
by
one
Thursday.
thing that is
Nice.
coming, and then there's the other thing that is coming, and that is future patch.
Yes,
And
it's
this-
still unnamed.
We don't really have the name for it, but this patch should address a bunch of crashes related to your GPUs and the PSOs, which is actually related to texture loading.
So they're
look
texture
forward to
loading.
that as well.
Okay.
This
So just
also
a lot
will
of what I've
come
already
after.
noticed.
We don't know the deadline yet, but what we know is that we're gonna really promote that for the experimental because it's gonna be longer than 2 days that we are
So a
planning
longer
for
test on the
3.2, which is
experimental.
gonna be from Tuesday to
I really
Thursday
need to see if I can get
morning.
access to
This
that.
one we're aiming for a whole week of testing.
So a week.
This patch also would be great if we can get people with the 50 series cards.
That's me.
Because
I should sign up
hopefully it will
again.
mitigate most of the problems that you guys have.
Yeah. And the final thing that we need to announce is we fucked up a little bit with Twitch drops, right?
Unfortunately.
And we're constantly trying to find an easy solution how to get your stuff back, but we promise you that we will. That is a hard promise, Everybody that actually contributed or participated in the
Well,
Twitch
not only
drops
that,
campaign
then, so
is
we'll
going
get
to
some Twitch
what
drops.
they
I
are
need to get
supposed
that
get,
enabled on my channel.
It might
Reach
take
out
us,
to them and see
a
if I
little
could,
bit more
if there's
time
anything available
still,
for my channel.
But hang in there. We hear you and we apologize for some of the issues. Other than that, the Twitch campaign was pretty good.
It was really successful.
But
you
this is
guys
the only
did
thing that,
amazing job. We didn't expect that for shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
For shit.
But,
We didn't expect that for shit.
We know the issues. We're collaborating with Twitch, and our online team is working really hard to just fix it, and hopefully,
And by the way, because of all these like conditions, this is like this setup is super minimalistic. We have nothing in front of
it's
us.
okay.
So if there are
We
any
hear some
questions-
traffic stuff.
If
There's no
there are any
problem.
questions from the chat, because we can't see the
I'd
chat.
rather
so if there are
have
any questions from the
direct
chat,
communication
just
with
shout at
these
us, you
guys
know?
and
It's just
well-produced video.
Like a zoo because we're just sitting and people.
I love that community first sign on about you guys. I don't care if it is a platitude. I don't even care. Just the fact they would put it up there shows a little bit about their ego or lack thereof.
Anything that they want addressed?
Empty platitude or not.
But we have also a shout out.
In
Right?
2025,
Merch
you're lucky
when?
for somebody to embrace the community of
Yeah, so
developer.
there is one thing, and which is actually going to segue into the second part of the stream where we're going to bring on the guests. This merch, this super cool merch, is not the official
I
merch
actually
of
do
Hot
like
Finger
it, to be
Games,
honest with you. I like it.
But everybody seems to love it, so we might actually do something about it. This is actually gift from our allies from Great Britain who graced us with their presence at this event.
Well,
This
good
is
job, allies from
Yoda
Great
and
Britain. That looks
Altair,
awesome.
who are here and who are actually going to
Yoda,
replace
speak
Jacek
of her.
in a second. And yeah, we can talk about more community stuff and stuff like that. So,
Trader romance options when?
sorry, what?
Trader romance options when?
Trader romance? That's a different game. You
Oh,
gotta
I thought he
negotiate,
said the
man.
old
You
man's
gotta
playing
different game.
sucks.
You have to wait, you know.
Which trader is your go-to?
Now it's Vulture. I like the, you know, I just wish he had the voiceover with, basically with
I'm not
our
gonna-
AI self. It would be so funny.
I'm not gonna king shame, but it's definitely not
It's
Vulture.
not a king thing. It's more of like it would be funny.
You have a
so-
weak spot for like the war criminals, right?
Yeah, it's just stealing shit that you know. is
Laser bug fix when?
Laser. Well, that's a
laser
good question.
bag. Depends which. Cause
Depends which bug.
Ask them, I'll
Cause depends which. With the IR laser being visible, not the ray but the final like the dot.
The dot.
We're still working on it. With ghosting, it's hard to fix because it's part on us and then part on AMD and Nvidia. But we,
Well, if it's AMD
our
and Nvidia's
amazing,
problem, it's probably
developer,
closer back to y'all's.
Tomasz R has worked really hard and he did literally this month
Probably framed you.
twice the work hours that everybody to optimize further the game, and he specializes with the
There's quite a bit,
visual
quite a bit
effects
coming
and
in these
GFXs.
upcoming patches.
So it should be better, but there will be still issues, but we are like monitoring them and trying to fix them as soon as possible.
That's the main thing: monitoring and trying to fix them.
This is like we say it all the time, but if there are any issues, if you come across any issues, feel free to visit any of the platforms that we own, especially the customer support ticket system.
If you guys come across this video, the number one thing I would beg and implore you to do is give us a way to increase the font size of every single thing in the game. The entire UI. I cannot adjust windows to properly display. It's tiny. It's tiny. You either need to make all the fonts bigger across the board by default yourself. You need to tie it to resolution where it scales with resolution up or down, or you need to give us a slider because the font size is smaller with more information than any game I've ever played in my life. And it's one of the most frustrating things about playing this game is a million attachments with a million intricate little details, and you cannot see it. And there is no, I even went to config to try to find a spot where I could maybe move it up. I can't find any way to make the fonts larger in the game. And it's not just a slight nuisance. It is terrible. And I thought it was just me, but I play with a really young man and online all the time. And he squads up with me and he's sitting there at his monitor, squinting at his monitor. So it's not just old man eyes playing on a big display too far away or anything like that. So please give us a way to increase the font size and maybe slow down the night timer, because you're really stepping on your graphics engine, because this game does not. I understand you put a lot of hours into the night transitions and flashlights and that play, and you got your contrast cheaters and stuff, but I call it contrast bloomers. But your game engine never looks better than it does during the day, especially at dawn and twilight. You should slow time down around there a little bit. Let us have a little more of that golden hour. That's what we call it in photography. A little more of that golden hour up front and on the back end, and speed up the night. I mean, if you want us to experience the night mode, that's fine. You put all that hard work into it. I would like to reward you with play, but maybe speed the night up a little bit and slow the day down a little bit. Right now, every time I log in, I'm by a heavy majority, regardless of the time of day, it seems like I'm logging into night missions. And that's getting old, to be honest with you. But even if it wasn't, your game looks better. The masses, the average casual person seeing this game on a decent system with the graphics turned up, it's going to be blown away at the detail, like rocks flowing through, water flowing through cracks in rocks from rain. I mean, you can make it rain, but still be daytime. And I observed cockroaches crawling under a door in a place where there was a dead body that had been dead. I mean, lots of little details, but your game looks so much better in the daytime. It's so much more enjoyable, a much more enjoyable visual experience to just take it and soak it all in as a newer player when it's in the day mode, but it seems to rush right through day mode in the night and primarily be at night. Now, I understand you got a lot of new features. You probably want to collect feedback from the night vision, the infrared, the flashlight attachments and stuff, but you're really smothering your good work here. Anyway.
This one. I have to. I will not promise we know this issue, but I will have to check after the stream if it's.
Lucy, don't promise. I was really not promising to tell us, yeah, it's going to be fine.
It's not working in YBL. We are aware of it, but I'm not sure if it's this patch or it's going to be in further one. So I cannot have.
I just love the transparency, man. That goes a long ways for me.
Part, exactly. So yeah.
All right, guys. So I think it's that time. This is basically like a face reveal for you guys, no? Are you nervous?
It is. It's exciting. They're really cool guys.
Man, that is a big dude right there.
Guys, come join me, please.
I'm 6'3", and I don't want to say the weight, but I've lost 250 pounds coming out of a wheelchair. So,
Virtual Yoda,
225 pounds, and I've come out of a wheelchair.
Altair, what's up, man? There you go.
Thank you very much.
They got the gear on too.
Of course. I'm going to sit like this, so there's some space. How are you guys? Tired?
A little bit, but it's worth it. It's great.
Too much partying or what?
Yeah, not yet.
We have a couple of parties ahead of us still because Game Access is like running for 4 days, so it's go. All right, better.
Yeah.
How is it
fine,
with the
man.
sharpening of the thing? All good.
Sharpening of the lens is fine.
So this is it. You guys have been a massive
Virtual Yoda, Community Tech Wizard, TGX Altair, Community Game Master. Okay. Hope I don't run into these guys in PvP ever.
help for the community, and we truly appreciate it. That is also one
I'm
of the
playing
reasons
PvE
that
right
we
now,
brought you here
obviously.
to join us at Game Access. How has this experience been like?
I never thought it would go this far, put it that way. It's been amazing. Yeah, it's just getting to meet people, experience the city. It's been I never thought it would happen, but it's been
Well, hopefully it's not
amazing.
the last time that you're here, because we would
No.
love to have you over more times, of course.
Yeah.
But how about you, Yoda?
Yeah, it's been quite surreal. You speak to so many people on Discord through voice chat and through text message, and you never really put that person to a message properly, and then coming here and meeting everyone has just been
Yeah,
unreal.
I've got friends online. I feel
They're
like I've
such
known my
amazing
whole
people.
life, but
They're such nice guys to
it
work
is something to
with,
be said
and
for that
the
tactile,
hospitality that we've had has just been amazing. And thank you, everyone at MFG.
almost sixth
Well,
sense
it
that you
is
pick
our
up when you're in the
pleasure
room with
because we have
somebody.
a bunch of things to repay to you guys. You know, you have been an integral part of the community, and I cannot thank you enough for that. And I cannot thank you enough for this cool
It's
stuff.
tangible.
You know, this is so cool. Like we
That
look
gear
like
is
boy
cool,
band
man.
now,
I just
like,
gotta be honest. I
sounds
love that
great.
gear.
You know, military boy band.
But I can't sing. Is that a problem?
Yeah, but you can dance, no? All right. So, Yoda, while you're holding the microphone, I would actually like to ask you, what is it that you do in the community, and how can maybe people use your services? You know.
So first and foremost, I'm Discord moderator, but I'm also a bit of a tech geek. We've got a section on the community Discord, which is just technical guides, and then a technical forum, which is everyone from the technical community. You have a problem, you can pop a question in there, and as many people that can help you will help you. Shout out to Woodverine, by the way. You're amazing, dude.
Shout out to you, man.
But yeah, if you need help, MFG are obviously really swamped with tickets and Twitch drops, which Jakob mentioned. So if it's just a small problem you've got, or even if it's just settings, how to make the game run better, come over to the.
I'm going to hit him up about the font stuff tomorrow.
Guy out of here.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm already
We're
doing
getting video bomb.
Dumbass.
Yeah, just come on over.
Call him
We
a
can,
dumbass.
we'll play with your settings. We'll do everything we can to get you running until, patches come and things get fixed as it goes on.
Yeah. Well, once again, like I don't think I can mention it enough, but thank you so much. And also, like, you have been an integral help also when fixing some of the issues that we were having troubles locating and so on. So when Yoda says that he's a tech geek, I think that it's a massive understatement. You are a tech wizard, basically. So
I try.
Maybe he
been
can
great
answer
for
my
helping you
thought
guys.
question.
And as I said to you,
thank you.
I do it for you as people, because I think you're all amazing. And it's great to be.
The beers are on us today, so
That's it.
yeah.
I'm done.
All right, and out there for you, I have a couple of questions regarding the custom servers, because
Yep.
recently you had the chance to actually play around with the new custom servers.
Yes.
You got to test them together with other moderators,
Yes.
other community leaders, and us, the devs.
Yeah.
So how was it? How were the results?
To be honest, I'm glad we did it. We found a couple of holes, but they were quickly identified. And a good thing is one piece of feedback, which I think some of the creators who have servers right now have also given, is the vendor stock limits. They still apply within custom servers. As for 3.2,
That's rough.
they'll be gone.
Yep.
So we've had that confirmed that they'll
So
be gone.
3.2 is going to change that.
We can turn on unlimited vendor stock, where so no more fighting over 60 rounds and all that kind of stuff. So that's a great help. We found an issue with cops, which is being worked on as well. So yeah, it was good to have that test and get people in and get us used to how play around with free cam and test things out. And so yeah, it was good setup before we go live.
And now the
game really badly needs a tutorial.
When we'll get
A real beginner's guide. I may do one. I mean, a real beginner's guide.
So our events are back next Friday, which I believe is the 13th. So our events are
Friday
back.
13th. That was a
Friday-
great day to start.
Yeah. So we'll be running our usual PV Friday, PvP Saturday, PV Sunday. Our PvP event will be Altair's airdrops, which was the very first ever event, and it's fitting
Altair.
because now that's in the game. We won't reveal quite how it's in the game yet, but it is in the game in some way. So we'll be using that new feature on that. So that will be most likely be on a live servers. Then the week after we will go all out, full 126. Custom boosted, and not quite sure on the mode, but we'll get something spicy going.
And we are also not sure about the stability. so this community event is actually going to be a giant playtest, because we would like to get as many people in as possible, which is 126 is the limit. But
I
we don't
really
know
like
how that's
their
going to behave
approach
once
here, but
all
I'm
the
also a little
126
scared of
players
it because
go
you
at it
got
in a
some.
PvP battle, So
You get
we're
too
going to
much
see how stable
feedback
that is.
from
If
pro
it is,
players,
we're just
and
going
you
to
will
crack on with these
just
events all the time. So
Yeah.
you will
The good
just
thing is now,
shade the casual.
if traditionally if we played on live, in the 48 instance filled up, the next instance would fill, and so on and so on. Now, if the 126 fills up, we have the ability to pull a gem out of that and then kick up a whole new instance if we need to. So we can guarantee with how you join the server, because you join a specific server, that we can guarantee overflow works correct now. So in theory, we could have a 300 plus player event.
300 plus
Across
player
three
event.
servers.
I think the super important question is, if people want to join these events and join the fun, how would they go about it?
So we traditionally post everything in the community events news channel in the official Discord. We also have a website now, which is dzwevents.com. So we will be posting any news. We do a weekly update every roughly Tuesday or Wednesday, which tells you the events for that week, or if we're, you know,
I'm gonna check that out tomorrow.
Whatever.
Maybe do a video on it.
So it generally we can ping people in the Discord, or you can check the website. So on a Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll tell you what the plan is, and then we go from there.
Subscribe to those if they like a particular type of event. If you like a particular type of event, you can now go to the website, find that event, and you can subscribe to that. So you'll get an email notification when they post a new event of that type. It'll tell you via email that,
I didn't
that
even
they're
know
coming.
about
Nice.
that.
I
That's
just,
pretty cool.
I'm loving the two-way. I'm loving the feedback. I'm loving the
All right.
integration
guys,
with the community.
Sorry, Yoda, I will start with you. Is there something that you would like to, relay to the community watching?
Just thanks for being a part of the community from, a Discord moderator point of view, not from the game. Just, I think you're all amazing. The chats and the banters that you guys have. The community, ping us out and shout us out when there's problems, which is just brilliant. And keep doing what you're doing. From me, the guys that answer in the community tech hubs, you're doing great, whether that be for a game problem or a task problem or something. The more people that go in there
I'm
and
definitely
look at
going to try to
questions and
utilize
answer
that
if they
resource
can,
tomorrow.
the bigger and better that we will come as a whole.
Agree.
Love that. Same
Great
question for you.
attitude.
I've never been part of a community quite like it. I just
Doesn't
thank you to
sound like
everybody but first of all to MFG, to you, for putting up with me to begin with. But yeah, thank you to Alki for saying yes to the very first event. Where if he said no, this would never have happened. But no, thank you to everybody in the community who's become a friend. Everybody who's ever participated in one of the events. Anybody who's ever helped an event.
I'm having a little trouble making friends in the game, and I usually make friends fairly easily.
Everybody at MFG who
I play on Central server primarily.
Just the community leaders, everybody's just great, and most importantly, praise Meat Bong.
What?
Praise Meat Bong.
No.
In fact, that was a question for Jacek. When will the gong go bong? Well, the
gong will bong eventually, but right now, no comment. But the gong will bong. We will take care of that. What is that?
Call the Inquisition immediately.
All right. So, do we have any questions for Yoda and Altair from the community? Because if not, then we can wrap up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So get ready for a couple of questions, and then we can go have a beer.
Yeah.
What's bong?
When does the bong go gong?
When does the gong go bong?
Yoda, do a voice of Yoda.
Message from the dark side you have. Mm-hmm.
Yoda for real.
That's pretty sick, yeah. Anything else? What? This is my favorite one.
What's your meta loadout? That'd be my question.
That's because I'm old.
Yeah, okay, so guys, next
You
time we're
ain't
going to
old,
see each
dude.
other is going to be once again in 2 weeks. We really want to keep this bi-weekly frequency back from the studio. Hopefully with everything stable, we're going to be once again playing the game, showing the game a little bit more, not these crazy circumstances. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Thank you very much.
And thank you guys for being with us.
All right. I'll stop it right there, but I will say that I'm very encouraged with what I've seen and heard just here. I'm new to this game. I didn't play it before this release. I'm working through issues. I'm getting through them by the day. Just seems like great news, because if it is community first and this kind of feedback and this trying to integration, I like the test servers. I'll hit them up. I run a 50 series, and I'm gonna hit them up on the font side too. And I've been streaming this game. I've been putting hours and investing time into it. So I would recommend you give it a shot. I think it's a good game now, and I think it has the ability to be a great game. I do worry that their main sources of feedback are pro players, and especially at my age, I'll never be a pro player again, and really don't have much interest in that. But I would like to, I don't want to drag a squad down, but I also would like to be able to, I'd like to be able to carry my weight in the squad. But some of the most frustrating things to me in the game are AI. The AI is vicious. They react great when you're trying to shoot them, run away, try to hide, do all of that. But the way they can zero in through foliage and fences and cars while you're trying to heal yourself after an engagement, it can get old. Sneaking up ain't made a sound on the back. But other than the font, if I have one gripe, distant shots, these are Corsair Virtuoso Max. They are fully Atmos certified, and they create a monster soundstage. 55mm drivers, in other games and other test media. I'm not getting the directional sound that I would expect of a game of this quality and type, but that can be improved upon. That's not a big deal, not a huge gripe. The thing that makes me not want to play the game the most is squinting to read the myriad of different attachments and rails and scope rings and ammo boxes and tasks. I just need the fonts bigger. But I appreciate anybody that stopped by. I appreciate these devs for continuing to cook on this game. Let's let them cook. I do support them. I suggest you support them. And if you found any value in what I brought you today, just come on back. If they put any more information up, I'll be sure to share it with you. I will be making videos, and I will be going live in 2K. I may just do some YouTube only dedicated 4K streams. I got plenty of bandwidth for that. I do play on a 50 series card. It's not a 5090 because they're $3,200, and I'm just not paying that much for a video card, even if I did have it. Excuse me. But if you like what you saw, and if you made it this far, thank you. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a sub, and you have a good day. And we'll see you back here when you're ready up with Rising, and go in and take out some bad guys.